Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, December 16th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 664 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. What Nick Saban said about Deion Sanders landing Travis Hunter, nation's #1 recruit. A 16-year-old high school football player was brutally beaten in what his family called a bizarre and heinous act. 3 of his classmates have been charged in his attack. Amid drought, California advances big new reservoir project. Manchin tanks Democrats' hopes of passing Biden's big bill by Christmas with last-minute demands to cut the child tax credit. Liz Cheney might be onto something with criminal charges for Trump, legal experts say. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis wanted $100K donations from University of Florida trustees or they'd lose their appointments, Democratic Florida commissioner alleges. Enraged parent slugs school board member attends meeting over Native American mascot. Having a safe phrase saved my life. I recommend that every couple have one. Christian officials accuse Israel of holiday discrimination. Jeffrey Epstein's estate prevented his victims from suing Ghislaine Maxwell. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Destructive windstorm blasting central U.S. with rare tornado threat in the north, The Washington Post. Going very poorly, Biden cannot nail Manchin down on Dems bill, Politico. Biden nominates Caroline Kennedy to be ambassador to Australia, The Guardian. 2 major airline CEOs question the need for masks on planes, CNN. Fed officials project 3 interest rate rises in 2022 and accelerate stimulus wind down, The Wall Street Journal. $2.9 million settlement for Engineer Young botched raid okayed, Chicago Tribune. Biden says feds will cover 100% of the cost to clean up from Kentucky tornado for the first 30 days of recovery, CNN. Broadway is canceling shows due to positive COVID tests, The New York Times. Tashia Adams claims Colton Underwood lied about their fantasy suite encounter, page 6. NYC's gas ban takes fight against climate change to the kitchen, The New York Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Fauci, COVID-19 boosters are enough to fight Omicron variant. See Amanda Seyfried as Fairness founder Elizabeth Holmes in the Dropout first look. What not to say to someone grieving a sick, lost or dead pet. Jim Bob Duggar fails to make runoff in Arkansas State Senate primary. Sports World reacts to Stephen Curry's historic 3-point NBA record. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis wants to make CRT ban in schools, workplaces a state law. Hannah Brown on Colton Underwood, I like him better as a gay man. Michelle Yeoh gets her own multiverse in Everything Everywhere All at Once trailer. Joe Manchin flips out at HuffPost, Bulls to ask his position on key program. Democrats likely to put off vote on Build Back Better to next year. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Missing 5 YO found dead, suspect arrested. Deputy dies leading 7 inmates to safety. Woman helps deliver baby on interstate. Pawleys Penguin Playground ready for strong winds. Minnesota Pediatric Intensive Care Unit beds running low. Brothers held in officer death in separate jails. Schools grapple with staffing shortage. LGBTQ students at Texas school call internet policy discriminatory. Convicted felon convicted on gun charge. Man arrested on bomb threat charge. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. The Nobel Peace Prize that paved the way for war in Ethiopia. Why Jerome Powell pivoted on inflation. U.S. COVID deaths surpassed 800,000. Fed expected to cut economic support faster as inflation fears grow. Storms bring powerful winds to central U.S. 80,000 honeybees found in wall of shower, also, 100 pounds of honey. Inflation, Kentucky, pictures of the year, your Wednesday evening briefing. How Lila Moss hack brought diabetes to the runway. How Hispanics became swing voters. A trove of artifacts officials call stolen are returned to Italy. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Top college recruit commits to Jackson State, Deion Sanders, and Apis, I got a chance to make a change in history and Apis. Lawrence on Jaguars drama, Yukon and Apis, always be in headlines. Journalism professor says Republicans do not warrant and Apis, normal and Apis, media coverage like Democrats. Biden says federal government to cover 100% of Kentucky emergency work for first 30 days. Baltimore police search for suspect who fatally shot dead in front of his kids. Kelly Clarkson discusses dating and Apis, red flags and Apis, amid divorce, and Apis, I and Apis, LL be single forever and Apis. How the Apollo 8 crew delivered an out-of-this-world message of hope during a pivotal Christmas. Catholic advocacy group asks A.G. Garland to investigate trend of vandalism against churches. Biden nominates Caroline Kennedy and Michelle Kwan to ambassador positions. Congress calls on NFL to turn over evidence in WFT probe after report accuses Dan Snyder of interference. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, December 16th. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Manchester United produce more positive COVID tests after a round of testing. There's no red tornadoes and blue tornadoes, Biden surveys damage in Kentucky. Texts reveal how Tory MP begged for second job with Saudis to help pay school fees. WHO COVID-19 envoy warns of unprecedented spread of Omicron as UK records highest ever daily cases. What to wear this weekend? Female picks out the best jazzy trousers for effortless style. Police urge to investigate lockdown busting Christmas party attended by Sean Bailey. Will you swap pigs and blankets for stags and quilts? Tom Rawstorn tests the unlikely new versions. Publisher urges parents to ditch classics for modern books to help children learn societal issues. Jason Groves, what Boris must now do to see off Liz and other ambitious rivals. Deep-sea monster, rare Pacific football fish is found dead on San Diego beach. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. UN watchdog says Iran will allow new cameras at nuclear site. 66 dead, dozens injured in fuel tanker explosion in northern Haiti. Amid drought, conflict and rocketing prices, a global food crisis could be approaching, top expert warns. After 3 tense months, Spanish volcano eruption may be over. At least 11 dead, 25 missing after boat carrying Indonesians capsizes off Malaysia. German court convicts Russian in brazen Berlin assassination, links it to Moscow. South Korean dairy company apologizes for ad likening women to cows that left viewers disturbed. China backs Russia in its demands for security guarantees from the U.S. after Putin's call. Colombia's riot police need profound transformation, UN rights agency says. U.S. Treasury targets Brazil's top drug gang with sanctions. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Senators meet with Joe Manchin to negotiate on filibuster amid voting rights push, live. U.S. releases 1,500 documents about JFK assassination inquiry. COVID live, Italy imposes mandatory testing for all EU arrivals, Poland announces further curbs as deaths rise. Arsenal go forth as Martinelli and Smith Rowe sink 10-man West Ham. Biden nominates Caroline Kennedy to be ambassador to Australia. Biden pledges aid on Kentucky trip, I've not seen this much damage from a tornado. Mexican woman shot in head by U.S. Border Patrol files claim, I am looking for justice. Lead in Michigan City's tap water declines after rising for 3 years. U.S. photographer Sally Mann wins 2021 Pre-Picked for series on wildfires. Top recruit spurns Florida State to join Deion Sanders' Jackson State in stunner. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Watch, fire briefly traps scores of people in Hong Kong skyscraper. U.S. releases new batch of documents about JFK assassination. Senate sends Biden big defense bill, plants new war memorial. Health worker vaccine mandate blocked in half the states. DeSantis, critical race theory is crap, vows to fight it. Florida man arrested, charged in January 6 attack on U.S. Capitol. Watch, patient parent plays with pesky schnauzer pup. Muslim org fires leader for working with anti-Muslim group. Live, ABC News Live. Explainer, must employers follow Biden's vaccine mandates? The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Birdsong's bum stars off Australian music chart. Bell Hooks, author and feminist dies age 69. Logic's 1-800-273-8255, led to call surge to suicide line, study suggests. Germany expels Russian diplomats after hitmen sentenced in Berlin. Megan Thee Stallion told to dance by Tory Lanez before alleged shooting. Derek Chauvin pleads guilty in George Floyd civil rights case. 2022 World Cup, ex-media officer loses Qatar corruption appeal. New York City names first female police chief. Inside an Afghan hospital on the brink. Hamilton gets knighthood for services to motorsport. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Biden pledges relief to tornado victims. Dante Wright's father tells jury about his son in trial of ex-Minnesota police officer Kim Potter. Save lives, not just money, Surfside collapse grand jury report calls for reforms, warns of further troubles. AP reporter on Derek Chauvin's guilty plea. Lawyer, Ghislaine Maxwell defense has two focuses. Neil Young rebuilds a Rockies barn and reunites Crazy Horse. No need for variant-specific booster at this point, Dr. Anthony Fauci says. NFL contends with rising cases, latest COVID-19 updates. Fed expects 3 interest rate hikes in 2022. Pelosi hopes for passage of Biden's policy bill. 1,500 Black college students challenged police in 1961. The Supreme Court took their side. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Cal State poised to drop SATA's admissions requirement as Chancellor supports review. Tax proposed on LA property sales over $5 million to fund homeless housing. The year of the party tent, what the age of COVID taught us about architecture in 2021. More winter weather is on the way as drought persists. New indoor mask mandate begins for Orange County, Inland Empire, San Diego. Omicron spreads in Southern California. A state mask order takes effect. Fewer people moving to California, more leaving during the pandemic, study shows. 2021, the year in pictures. Too many qualified students are shut out of CSU. A new study offers some solutions. City employees solicit funds for Garcetti-backed charity. Ethics experts have concerns. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, December 16th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Wuhan lab leak now the most likely origin of COVID, MPs told. Facing new COVID wave, staff at a French hospital say, "We're exhausted." Lithuanian diplomat leave China's relations sour over Taiwan. Omicron found to grow 70 times faster than Delta in bronchial tissue. In a blow to affordability and standard of living in one of the West's most prosperous nations, Canadian average price per home skyrockets over $720,000. Canada moves to end ban on gay men donating blood after 30 years. Germany expelled 2 Russian diplomats on Wednesday after a Berlin court sentenced a Russian man to life in prison for shooting dead a Georgian of Chechen ethnicity in a Berlin park in 2019 on orders from Moscow, escalating a growing diplomatic rift. EU to warn Vladimir Putin of massive consequences of invading Ukraine. Xi Jinping backs Vladimir Putin against US, NATO on Ukraine. Netherlands announces €25 billion plan to radically reduce livestock numbers in an attempt to reduce levels of nitrogen pollution. China becomes third country to develop floating nuclear reactor, claims it can withstand the rarest of rare storms. Europe's high-speed rail network is about to get bigger, faster and cheaper, under new EU plans. UK highest court rules against gender-neutral passports. Shameful, Auschwitz-style banner at Polish COVID vaccine protest condemned. Russian government ordered murder of Chechen in Berlin, German court rules. The next headlines are from Forbes. December 15th spawns a record-breaking, multi-threat storm, what you need to know. Blackpink's Lisa joins BTS's Suga and Psy with her first radio hit in America. Nightmare Alley review, Guillermo del Toro at his best. Jim Johnson will run IndyCar full-time in 2022. Hershey's legal threats are leaving a bitter taste in small brewers' mouths. Luke Kennard is the elite shooter and spacer for the LA Clippers' future. Appeals court lets Biden's healthcare worker vaccine mandate take effect in 26 states. World's most polluting power company Eskom delays $2.5 billion anti-pollution system. NYU, Princeton move exams online amid COVID surges on campus. Fed dials back COVID stimulus again as rapid inflation rattles markets. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Towards the biogeography of prokaryotic genes. Anatomically distinct fibroblast subsets determine skin autoimmune patterns. A new partner. Nature is 10 people who helped shape science in 2021. Why black women with ovarian cancer require greater focus. The promise and pitfalls of gene testing for cancer risk. Merck's COVID pill and rare ancient skull. Replicating scientific results is tough, but essential. Pluto's strange ice patterns explained by new theory. How the little finches that amazed Darwin Battle of Empire fly. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,751,379,103 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Appeals court says Harvey Weinstein may have faced overkill in New York trial. Cheyenne Jackson becomes first black woman elected to Association of Talent Agents Board. Buy, sell, rebuild, how Sony Pictures chief Tony Vinciquerra realigned the studio for streaming. Britney Spears lawyer slams Jamie Spears for attacking daughter over Diane Sawyer interview exclusive. Jon Batiste on how he jumped through genres to land a leading 11 Grammy noms. Stephen Yeun, Fab 5 Freddy executive producing documentary on Nam June Paik exclusive. Spider-Man, No Way Home screenwriters look back on Tom Holland's journey as Peter Parker. Penelope Cruz recalls learning to dance by watching John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Saudi Arabia hosts XP Music Conference as it seeks to become an industry center in Western Asia. Why Fantastic's production design drew on inspiration from Lord of the Rings and Disney IP. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. California allows San Francisco to maintain existing COVID-19 masking rules. The largest city in the U.S. bans natural gas in new buildings. Biden will nominate Michelle Kwan and Caroline Kennedy for ambassador posts. The FDA could permanently lift some restrictions on abortion bills. We want all of us to be human and to live together, Taliban spokesman says. Extreme winds, dust storms and warm temperatures are hitting much of the Midwest. San Francisco moves to require paid sick leave for nannies and gardeners. Trailblazing feminist author, critic and activist Bell Hooks has died at 69. Inflation is still red hot, and it's forcing the Federal Reserve into a new game plan. Astronaut Chris Cassidy invites you inside the International Space Station. The following headlines are from The Week. Talks between Biden and Joe Manchin are reportedly going very poorly. January 6th doesn't need to be embellished. How the White House is scaling back holiday celebrations this year amid COVID concerns. UK reports highest daily cases and start of COVID as country experiences two epidemics on top of one another. Fauci says there's currently no need for a variant-specific booster. Acclaimed writer and feminist Bell Hooks dead at 69. It's unrealistic to ban football, but it might not be ethical to watch it, either. The dangerous vigilantism that fueled January 6th. Derek Chauvin pleads guilty to violating George Floyd's civil rights. Harris an early 2024 favorite if Biden decides against re-election, survey finds. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Astronomy Jargon 101, Chromosphere. The recent killer tornado's track is visible from space. Astronomy Jargon 101, Albedo. Astronomy Jargon 101, Absolute Magnitude. Twin stars prove Einstein at least 99.99% right. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, December 16th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Comet Leonard brightens an evening near Venus. Dark matter missing from 6 galaxies. Aldebaran, Bull's bloodshot eye, near moon December 15, 1617. James Webb Telescope, launch no earlier than December 24. The next news is from Politico. Boris Johnson warns of Omicron tidal wave as he vows faster booster vaccinations. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. Don't fall into Putin's trap, Estonian leader warns the West. EU court president warns United Europe is in danger. Germany expels Russian diplomats after court rules Moscow ordered murder of dissident. Jordan revealed as one of Meadows' January 6 texters. COVID's deadly trade-offs, by the numbers, how each state has fared in the pandemic. Cinema pops Democrat filibuster trial balloon on voting rights. January 6 investigators mull whether Trump violated obstruction law. HHS forecast shows Omicron stretching U.S. COVID testing supply. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australian News Live, NSW records 1,742 new local COVID-19 cases. Victoria infections continue to grow amid eased restrictions. Second Ashes test begins in Adelaide. 2021 VSER results released. Sydney's Inner West Light Rail to resume in February. VSER 2021 results live updates. Watch the tears too, squeals and excitement from the class of 2021. Cartoons of the week. Best of Cartoons, December 16, 2021. Princess Mary tests positive for COVID-19. This jazz pairing is a matchup made in heaven. Qantas flags $1.1 billion first half losses. Omicron fears hit bookings. Woodside's 2 emissions tails crash and burn. NSW records 1,742 new COVID-19 cases, its highest daily total since pandemic began. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Robert Powell's retirement portfolio, 4 year-end moves to make with your retirement portfolio. The Fed's first interest rate hike could come in March or May, and other key takeaways from Powell's news conference. Drug makers move forward with new COVID-19 booster candidates amid Omicron spread and mass booster campaigns. Market Extra, will U.S. REITs beat the S&P 500 next year? Deep Dive, here's a list of favored dividend stocks with room to pay more for investors worried about 2022. Newswatch, what the Fed decision means for your wallet, your credit card bill, and how far will mortgage rates go? Biden's big social spending bill now likely won't pass Senate until next year, analysts say. Who is Keechant Sewell? 5 things to know about New York City's first female police commissioner. What the Fed decision means for your wallet, your credit card bill, and how far will mortgage rates go? Market Snapshot, Dow, S&P 500 post best day in a week after Fed tapers bond buying aggressively, pencils in 3 rate hikes next year. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. New filing challenges Compass Pathways' infamous patent on synthetic psilocybin, Vice. Voice.com Incorporated management's discussion and analysis of financial condition and results of operations, Form 10-K, MarketScreener.com. Planned introduction of the new Polish Act on Industrial Property Law, Lexology. Ireland's wins Best CEO Award. National News. KPVI.com, KPVI News 6. Henry Ornstein, Transformers creator and poker champion, dead at 98, New York Post. Lindshale LP clarifies emerging patent trends, iNews. NUWC Division Newport inventors showcase cutting-edge technology during collaborative EVEN, Naval Sea Systems Command. Oppo pushes the envelope with the release of new chip, Air glasses and foldable phones, Shine. Flushing out the truth behind great inventions. Voices. RepublicOnline.com, Miami County Republic. UK court dismisses taboos, an AI machine cannot be an inventor, Lexology. The next headlines are from Quartz. Velvet paintings. Netflix is slashing its prices in India. India's Punawalla family is donating millions to the University of Oxford. The Kellogg strike is testing the union's theory of a labor shortage. What science says about coping when a crisis drags on. Timnit Gebru's new AI Institute is a challenge to Silicon Valley. Office holiday parties may look a little different this year. Why China is becoming a top choice for Ghanaian PhD students. The EU isn't thrilled about the US's investigation into rare earth magnets. US banning Xinjiang imports. The following headlines are from TechDirt. How China uses Western influencers as pawns in its propaganda war. How attacks on Section 230 could put addiction recovery efforts at risk. More info leaks about the CBP's counter-terrorism division's targeting of journalists. Daily Deal, the complete 2022 Microsoft Office Masterclass Bundle. The Senate's Finsta problem. FAA ignores FCC, limits US 5G over unsubstantiated safety concerns. The Papas and the Papas, burger joint rebrands over trademark dispute. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Reggie Miller. Arsenal. Severe thunderstorm warning. Fed meeting. Sergio Aguero. Tory Lanez. Bell hooks. Hawkeye Episode 5. Hitman Holla. Travis Hunter. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. The sad state of on-screen fantasy, 20 years after The Lord of the Rings. Hidden water reserves discovered on Mars. Pelosi says whether Congress members should trade stock. Biden overtakes Trump on COVID-19 deaths. Moscow likens treatment of Assange to cannibalism. Kremlin reveals when Putin and Biden might meet again. ADL tells Fox News to remove Soros cartoon. DeSantis introduces Stop Woke Act. Notorious Hello Kitty hackers trek to unexpected country. Record temperature reported in Russian Arctic, UN. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Bitcoin unbound, when freedom money is used for hate. California's top prosecutor says smash and grab robberies organized on social media. Hero judge holds hospital in contempt, give ivermectin to dying woman or pay $10,000 a day fine. A puzzled Wall Street reacts to Powell, and the market's furious melt-up. 7 Infrastructure Act provisions sure to keep you up at night. Top cardiologist tells Joe Rogan of intentional plot to suppress early COVID treatments. Today is the Bill of Rights' 230th birthday. Turbo taper sparks market turmoil, yield curve, dollar signal policy error. Historic windstorm could produce rare tornado threat in central U.S. Watch, Biden asks what's the big deal about vaccine mandates, says it's patriotic to take COVID jabs. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Hong Kong gears up for Patriots-only poll amid boycott calls. Sotheby's sells record $7.3 billion in art this year, NFTs fetch $100 m. Crypto bigwigs blame CoinMarketCap.com for data glitches. U.S. Senate overwhelmingly passes massive defense spending bill. Algeria knocks out host Qatar to reach FIFA Arab Cup final. Fed sees 3 rate hikes next year as it pivots to combat inflation. Colombian forces committed serious abuses during protests, UN. Pioneering feminist author Bell Hooks dies age 69. Can Turkey and Armenia establish diplomatic relations? Lebanon to deport members of banned Bahraini group al-Wefaq. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Report, $1.9 trillion reconciliation package dead until 2022, Biden, mention not close to a deal. My dear friend, Putin, she hold virtual anti-America hate fest. Alex Marlow interviews Woke, Incorporated author Ramaswamy on the woke industrial complex, what it is, and how to fight it. Report, Democrat Senator Bob Menendez fracture shoulder rushing to vote. Report, DCCC strategist repeatedly called police a terrorist group. Unnamed Chicago teen who stabbed 15-year-old to death out on probation. Bakari, Facebook's goal is to dodge responsibility for fact checks. Joe Biden greeted with "Let's go, Brandon" chants while touring Kentucky Tornado damage. Joe Biden, inflation gonna cost Santa some money this Christmas. Fed doubles taper to $30 billion a month, official C3 rate hikes next year. The next headlines are from UPI News. Man collects $1 M lottery jackpot nearly 2 decades after $100,000 win. Watch, lost dog turns up weeks later at British Columbia ski resort. Watch, Minnesota teen's 4-inch mouth gape recaptures Guinness World Record. Watch, Texas homeowner security camera captures dozens of visiting hogs. Watch, Welsh woman amasses collection of 1,760 Christmas bauble decorations. Watch, police, firefighters rescue deer stuck between fence bars. Watch, British man earns Guinness record with 7,921 Christmas brooches. Watch, escaped zebras return to Maryland herd after more than 3 months loose. Kraft offers customers $20 apology for cream cheese shortage. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Gene discoveries give new hope to people who stutter. 93-year-old in Quebec donates cherished island, after protecting it from city sprawl for 50 years. Monarch butterflies employ a sun compass on their long-distance migration. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, December 16th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Driver speeding loses car control and slams the other car head-to-head. Trump-loving sheriff files criminal complaint against woman for mean tweets about anti-maskers, report. Flavor Flav nearly crushed to death by boulder. Croft will pay you $20 not to make cheesecake for Christmas. North Korea has reportedly publicly executed at least 7 people for watching K-pop. Monkey belonging to Texas special teams coach stripper girlfriend bites child on Halloween. South Africa's most venomous snake slithers out of family's decorated Christmas tree. Feline OK, the app that tells you if your cat's happy. Norway bans serving of alcohol in bid to halt Omicron outbreak. Scientists create time machine made of human cells to reverse pancreatic cancer progression. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. What NASA hopes to discover from spacecraft that touch the sun. Research, you might think Twitter is a hellhole, but its memes are surprisingly wholesome. Oppo's first foldable could finally offer competition to Samsung's devices. Neural networks can hide malware, and scientists are worried. As NSO Group mole selling Pegasus, can we ever trust this spyware to become a tool for good? Low-code software can bridge the gap between data scientists and business units. How to preview WhatsApp voice messages before sending them. Google is building a new OS for its next innovative AR device. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Mystery behind formation of surface ice shapes on Pluto unraveled. Exotic quantum particles, less magnetic field required. Study of Antarctic ice's deep past shows it could be more vulnerable to warming. How a fly's brain calculates its position in space. Quantum theory needs complex numbers. Making apple spirits taste better. Newest recycling emits emerging synthetic antioxidants. High blood pressure treatment in pregnancy appears safe, prevents maternal heart risks. Meltwater influences ecosystems in the Arctic Ocean. Biodiversity loss in plants worldwide. The next headlines are from Information Week. Attackers target Log4j to drop ransomware, web shells, backdoors. Companies need customer-centric business process engineering. 5 steps to an effective security assessment. Leveraging AI ops in the finance industry. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, December 16th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA sets coverage, invites public to virtually join next cargo launch. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. This is when Utah's ski and snowboard resorts expect to open. Bagley Cartoon, A Season of Giving. 4-star recruits Lander Barton, Nate Johnson headline Utah football's early signings. USU police chief told football team to beware of sex with LDS women because they may claim it wasn't consensual, lawsuit says. Police search for missing 19-year-old Snow College student last seen leaving dorm. Utah linebacker Devin Lloyd just misses out on unanimous All-America status. Utah boy dies of COVID-19, Health Department reports on anniversary of state's first vaccine dose. Salt Lake City extends mask mandate for K-12 schools. USU sex assault timeline, from police chief's recorded comments to Tory Green and beyond. Holiday gift idea, take flight with Utah Opera and the Voice's John Holiday. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. U.S. passes 800,000 COVID-19 deaths. Scientists just found a significant volume of water inside Mars' Grand Canyon. Fed's Powell says he doesn't see cryptocurrencies as financial stability concern. Solana generates $1 billion in returns for multiple early backers. U.S. lawmakers call for sanctions against Israel's NSO, spyware firms. Coinbase mistakenly told some customers they were billionaires. Middo tells clients that co-founder departed after allegations of phone spying. UK reports highest number of daily COVID cases since the pandemic began. Silicon Valley's voice in Washington dissolves. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. St. Charles County woman ordered to pay $31 in shaken baby case. Schlafly to open new Illinois brew pub later this month. New Missouri bill may stop suspensions for young students. Cardinals' popular theme night tickets go on sale early for holiday shoppers. Guilty plea in deadly shooting at Maryland Heights Community Center. High winds flip truck in southwest Missouri. 2 never-before-seen forecasts, including after-dark tornado risk, issued by NWS. Winter surge pushes St. Louis area pediatric numbers to highest levels in 3 months. The mystery of Missouri's single zip code that starts with 7. Alpine coaster coming to the Mississippi River Bluffs in Grafton, Illinois. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. California among states to volunteer to take more cuts in Colorado River water. Biden firsthand sees tornado toll across Kentucky. Photos, Navy tests laser weapon on floating target to Mideast drone boat threat. Storm wreaks havoc on Tijuana, kills 3, floods migrant camp. Engineer, Navy warship fire might be electrical, not arson. Drivers learned the hard way not to cross flooded roads during rainstorm. LA Kings to honor San Diego detective killed in wrong-way crash. Why San Francisco gets an exception to new statewide mask mandate. Tow truck driver suspected of setting his workplace on fire, stealing flatbed. District gives all students at home COVID tests for after winter break. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Finland to sign $11 million deal to upgrade Leopard 2 tanks. U.S. Navy conducts high-energy laser weapon demonstration in Gulf of Aden. L3Harris gets $7.8M contract modification for hypersonic missile tracking program. Raytheon received $269 million for Revolve Sea Sparrow Block II missile production. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Multinationals in 2021, the new reality of doing business in China. Donglin movement, morality and repression in Imperial China. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, December 16, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Napa police release body camera video of fatal shooting. You're not alone, 49ers Trent Williams on his battle with cancer. Texas woman gets probation, jail time for killing two sisters in distracted driving crash. Man steals beer truck, leads police on slow speed chase. California man indicted on charges related to the January 6 U.S. Capitol breach. Send the Raleigh, Kevin Durant after Stephen Curry gets Draymond, Iguodala each a Rolex. Southwest to roll out fourth fare type in 2022, bring back some pre-pandemic roots. Ride in bathtub saved Arkansas family from tornado. Short on cream cheese, Croft will pay you $20 to buy cheesecake replacement. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. AP source, NHL reintroducing enhanced COVID-19 restrictions. Ontario limits Maple Leafs, Raptors, Senators capacity to 50%, starting Saturday, because of COVID-19 surge. After 1 year, how are the suburbs and Illinois doing in vaccinations? Lawmakers push for nursing home reforms this spring. Strap it down, Weather Service issues high wind warning until Thursday morning. Omicron variant confirmed in suburban Cook County resident. Sheriff, Orland Park man attacked Grace Lake woman in car, followed her home. Buyer lined up for James R. Thompson Center. Via Park teen accused of posting shooting threat against Willowbrook High School. Chicago lifts city ban on sports betting and imposes a 2% tax. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle's Argosy cruises end Telecom excursion at Blake Island over pandemic challenges. Seattle's Space Needle cancels in-person New Year's Eve fireworks third year in a row, replaced by virtual celebration. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in Belize, Guatemala, Honduras. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, December 16th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. 5G security, it's 0 hour for zero trust. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Child care providers in Fort Bend County surprised more people aren't taking advantage of assistance. Bell Hooks, groundbreaking feminist thinker, dies at 69. Traffic alert, Highway 249 ramp to Sam Houston tollway shut down after major crash results in 2 dead. Year in Pictures, Nat Geo highlights some of the powerful images that capture 2021. National Signing Day, Star Houston area recruits make college choices official. Record challenging temps this week. Senate signs off on NDAA, Vanessa Guillen Act, President Biden to sign it soon. Biden sees first-hand tornado toll across Kentucky landscape. Canada favorite Tim Hortons announces plans for Houston area locations. Bay Area songstress Lily Klein wins National Songwriting Competition. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Kentucky man dies of heart attack during storm cleanup. Bills QB Allen intent on playing despite sprained left foot. Pelosi defends lawmaker stock trades, citing free market. Number 3 Georgia's defense looks to learn from wake-up call. Mora to retain former UConn interim head coach Spanos as DC. Macron defends his actions, eyes French presidential race. Top recruit spurns Florida Street to play for Prime, Jackson Street. NYC move to stop new buildings from using natural gas. Biden picks Caroline Kennedy, Michelle Kwan for ambassadors. Mahomes, Herbert on primetime stage as Chiefs visit Chargers. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. A flurry of bills for the council's last act. Extra, stop putting margarine on jorts, Pam. NYC releases final details for private sector vaccine mandate. NYPD's first woman commissioner faces applause and skepticism. New bill would crack down on NJ's Wild West hemp industry. Another detainee at Rikers dies in custody, 16th in city jails this year. The fight is on to make fearless girl independent. Early edition, hide your kids from this ornery Santa-hating Sicilian bishop. Hochul urged to sign bill for parents who risk losing all contact with their kids. Grubhub Best of 2021, 10 great NYC pizza places. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Energy inequality in Latin America exacerbated by pandemic, high prices. Youth at forefront of climate change action will make biggest impact. UN Rights Office urges Colombia to reform policing of protests. COVID-19 leads to over 50 million more hungry people in Asia Pacific. Fundamental freedoms squeezed in Ukraine, Human Rights Council hears. UN agency begins COVID vaccine rollout for 7,500 stranded migrants in Yemen. The age of discontent, what drives the rising wave of world protests? Nobel Peace Prize winners emphasize journalism's role in combating authoritarianism. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. A huge Israeli study shows natural COVID immunity is far superior to the vaccine-generated kind. Power outage, too bad. California just banned the sale of gas-powered generators, lawnmowers, and leaf blowers. 89 Africans killed by mysterious new illness emerging in South Sudan. Russia and Israel, a double standard in international condemnation. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did Coca-Cola announce change to more relevant Black Santa Claus? Did Oprah Winfrey endorse Whoopi Goldberg's CBD line? 2021 in review, highlights from Snopes.com. Sewell to be first woman, third black person to lead NYC police. Did Bill Gates make an Omicron video game? Did a sign in Alaska IHOP blame Biden for curtailed hours? Florida district to pay $26 million to shooting victims. Happy 100th, Bloody Mary, Paris marks cocktail's birthday. Chauvin pleads guilty to federal charges in Floyd's death. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Here are the juiciest bits from the secret JFK document dump. Russian politician calls for kidnapping of U.S. congressman on live TV. Fox News deletes Soros puppet master cartoon after ADL calls out antisemitism. Teachers call BS on DeSantis bonkers attempt to outlaw critical race theory. And Bannon, the queen of lesbian pulp fiction, reveals her own amazing story. NBC's Michelle Tafoya done with NFL sideline reporting after this year. Murderer ex-cop Derek Chauvin is a federal convict now, too. A little trick that could make vax immunity last longer. Meltdown, Arctic study details drastic changes. The next headlines are from the New York Post. This $650K dome house is literally located on the road to misery. Child-free women echo Jennifer Aniston, don't ask about my uterus. Nearly 2/3 of Americans doubt they can trust Biden, poll shows. Urban Meyer accused of kicking ex-Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo, I'll kick you whenever the FK I want. Travis Hunter signing day flip to Jackson State sparks 7-figure barstool rumors. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Astro for Kids I, have we made an object that can travel at 1% the speed of light? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Omicron, what we know about the new COVID variant. NASA probe is first spacecraft to enter the sun's atmosphere. Are rocket scientists and brain surgeons really that much smarter? Professor predicts a vaccine-resistant COVID-19 strain is likely to develop. U.S. hits 800,000 COVID deaths. U.S. COVID-19 death toll approaches 800,000. James Webb Space Telescope launch delayed. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Missing Colorado pup rescued from ledge. New guidelines for New York City's COVID mandate for private business unveiled, employers say it's bad policy. Kyle Rittenhouse to speak at Conservative America Fest conference. Daunte Wright shooting was not justified, use of force expert. Controversial Soho rezoning plan passes NYC Council, paving way for 3,000 new apartments. Hand grenade left in Goodwill donation box. Omicron blamed for 13% of COVID cases in NY and NJ. Fauci insists no need for variant-specific booster shot. South Dakota governor proposes legislation banning trans girls and women from female sports. On a single Kentucky street, the tornado killed 7 children. Senator Manchin fumes at journalists as talks stall with Biden, your Bulls tea. The following headlines are from military.com. Supreme Court to hear case of reservist pushed out of police job over burn pit-related illness. Guardsman in January 6th mob gets probation, still serving in the Guard. Defense bill headed to Biden's desk as military justice debate rages on. 2022 basic allowance for housing rates are going up, but some pandemic bumps are gone. Pentagon looks to microbes to feed troops with air, water, maybe even trash turned to protein. The Navy is getting ready to boot vaccine refusers, but is offering an olive branch. Navy Exchange will disconnect its afloat phone service on most ships this month. U.S. Navy fires laser weapon in Mideast amid drone boat threat. Karzai invited the Taliban into Kabul to stop the chaos, he says. EU to hit Russia with new sanctions if Ukraine attacked. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Mayor Lightfoot, Northwest Side affordable housing voter win against grip of segregation. Anjanette Young botched rate settlement, no amount of money could erase what Ms. Young has suffered. Illinois top cannabis official Toy Hutchinson leaves post to head national lobbying group that helped draw up law making pot legal in state. Winds reportedly hit 107 miles per hour in Colorado. Gusts could reach 60 miles per hour tonight in the Chicago area. Secure those holiday decorations. State in talks to sell Thompson Center for $70 million, but would buy back office space for $148 million. Cook County ethics ordinance slated for biggest overhaul in 15 years, but some experts want more. Weeks away from Christmas, Omicron comes to town as Chicago celebrates 1-year anniversary of the vaccine rollout. Sports betting at Chicago stadiums gets the go-ahead. Special prosecutor again seeking release of full report on handling of the Jussie Smollett case. Illinois students covered by Medicaid to receive automatic approval for free or reduced price lunch. The following headlines are from phys.org. Stronger drought resistance of urban vegetation due to higher temperature, CO2 and reduced O3. Climate change is intensifying extremes, even in the oceans. Neanderthals changed ecosystems 125,000 years ago. Scientists reveal the limits of machine learning for hydrogen models. Deep mantle krypton reveals Earth's outer solar system ancestry. Marine heat waves can decimate the oldest and youngest coral, raising concerns about the reproductive future of reefs. Prenatal exposure to phthalates damages reproductive tissue in female mice. Team achieves breakthrough using CRISPR-Cas9 to target fat cells. How to transform silicon carbide vacancies into quantum information. Researchers make major discovery in the animal kingdom. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, December 16th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Blood supplies in the U.S. are dangerously low right now. The best blue light blocking glasses. What makes Christmas music sound Christmassy? 5 incredible weather phenomena. How prepared is Earth for a potential asteroid collision? The world's largest volcano is hidden beneath the ocean. Best hotel pillows review of 5-star luxury. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Jalen Hurts uncertain to play when Eagles host Washington. 2 teens suspected of armed carjackings in Spanaway are arrested. 3 Aussie skippers set for sail GP showdown on Sydney Harbour. Fallen cargo blocks, damages busy Tukwila Bridge. Don't walk away from fixing Seattle's sidewalks. Judge rejects motions by NY doc facing sex assault charges. Saints Peyton misses practice, tests negative for COVID-19. Sex and the City sequel creator looking for slow burn. MLS will jumpstart 2022 season ahead of World Cup in Qatar. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Slurp, popular SF noodle specialist Yuden Mujizo branches out to San Jose. Bay Area Weekend, Mark Morris, Hawaiian Holiday Magic, more. Different running backs, same preparation for Tua Tagovailoa, Dolphins ahead of Jets matchup. Ravens QB Lamar Jackson misses practice as he recovers from ankle sprain, veteran QB Josh Johnson signed. Fox hosts lobby Trump to act on January 6th, text show. Sharks Carlson says he won't be at Olympics if quarantine rules stay the same. Curtain Bach, Klay Thompson's return couldn't come at a better time for the lulling Warriors. Senator Warren calls for expanding the Supreme Court. Giants not fast-tracking Jake Fromm with Daniel Jones still out. Dolphins sign embattled Raiders first-round pick, former Aquinas star cornerback to practice squad. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Outmanned and outgunned, Ukraine's military faces long odds in clash with Russia. Moscow pausing school sports amid outbreaks, MD issues emergency actions for hospitalization surge. Inside the Beltway, Donald Trump revs up Truth Social new media empire. Biden pledges whatever it takes to assist tornado victims. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis proposes ban on critical race theory in K-12 schools. China, Iran accused of exploiting new Log4j hack to invade U.S. systems. Defense bill bans funding for EcoHealth Alliance. Catholic groups argue against transgender care mandates in preemptive lawsuit. Biden Department of Justice partners with Australia to speed up sharing digital data on crime. Los Angeles schools delay student COVID-19 vaccine mandate. The next headlines are from The Intercept. The mysterious case of Joe Biden and the future of drone wars. Louisiana policy intended to reform solitary confinement still leaves people in indefinite lockdown. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, December 16, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. CPS sending 150K COVID test kits home with students as cases rise in district. Pritzker opts for saving Thompson Center. Veteran developer takes Thompson Center challenge in stride. Indicted Carrie Austin, 34th, collapses in her seat at city council meeting. Muslim organization fires leader for working with anti-Muslim group. City council strikes a blow to aldermanic prerogative over zoning. Pretty Woman musical opts for happily ever after amid implausible plot. Lightfoot wants to crack down on childhood obesity. Special prosecutor calls for release of full report on Jussie Smollett investigation. As COVID-19 cases spike around NHL, healthy Blackhawks hope to avoid outbreak. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Decide fate of 10 Rohingya, HC tells Assam government. Top Hizb commander killed in overnight Pulwama encounter. Two SPOs who deserted arrested in Kupwara, service rifles recovered, IGP Kashmir. In MP, Bhagwat administers Garwapsi pledge. Amid sex abuse allegations, Goa minister resigns. Asked about son, junior home minister abuses journalist. Something big needs to be built at Madura too, union minister. SC acquits 3 on death row for murder of 6 and up. It's Virat versus board on captaincy, I wasn't told not to step down. Government unveils 76,000 crore plan to boost semiconductor manufacturing. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, December 16, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Things to do, Sarah Brightman, Smart Financial Center, December 18, 2021. Laura Houston pops up for a day. Things to do, Houston's New Year's Eve and Day Dining Guide 2021. The art of travel isn't the only art at Houston's airports. Baylor's Aranda among 9 finalists for Bryant Award. This week's best concerts. The next headlines are about world records making news. Mario Kart speedrunner sets incredible world record time, screen rant. Which world records are in danger at Short Course Worlds, Swim. PMY certifies Chuck Adams Velvet Sitka Blacktail as new world record typical buck, field and stream. British man earns Guinness record with 7,921 Christmas brooches, UPI News. Lesman Paredes Montoya wins 2021 World Championships, sets new snatch world record, GenerationIron.com. Kirkari firefighter gears up for another world record, New Zealand Herald. Head balancing British strongman on record mission for 75th birthday, The Indian Express. Government constructing 38 kilometers highways every day, world record to be set very soon, Gadkari, News Track English. Taiwan, bubble tea on tarmac for teen on round the world record bid, Amazon now. Magnus Carlsen says he might not defend his world chess title, first post. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Signal now lets you call up to 39 of your fellow criminals at once. New York City passes landmark bill to ban new gas hookups. The NFT ghouls are going full mask off with Stan Lee and Bob Ross collections. The windstorm whipping the US looks terrifying. Sure sounds like children are gonna die on the Witcher Kids show. Microbes may be evolving to eat plastic. Hawkeye's big MCU connections absolutely hit the mark. Feds release 1,500 new JFK assassination files. The secret fee on your utility bill that's helping fund the climate crisis. After Dune, Denis Villeneuve will rendezvous with Rama. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Rabbit Flat in Australia at 112.82 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Sergipino in Russia at minus 57.82 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 49.9 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. New York City bans new natural gas hookups in step toward all-electric future. Patch fixing critical Log4j 0-day has its own vulnerability that's underexploit. Today's best deals, Apple Watch Series 7, gaming gift cards, and more. Tesla sexual harassment lawsuits multiply as 6 more women sue Musk-led firm. Pfizer's anti-COVID drug still looks effective after further analysis. No jab, no job, Google will fire unvaccinated employees. Polestar 2 owners will be able to purchase more performance via OTA update. Review, Spider-Man, No Way Home is the best superhero film of the year. Dell's magnetic wireless webcam concept may help you forget about that infamous nose cam. The Ars Technica 2021 Holiday Gift Guide, Procrastinators Edition. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Russian lawmaker calls for kidnapping Dem congressman if he travels abroad. Capitol riot committee weighing an explosive question on Trump's criminal liability, report. Trump's D.C. hotel lease had 0 checks and balances as federal agency washed hands, House panel. NY Dairy Queen forced to close dining room after absolutely awful anti-maskers abuse staff. Tucker Carlson's red-faced man conspiracy theory about Capitol rioters just fell apart. New docs reveal U.S. government asked the mafia for help in killing Fidel Castro, CNN's Tim Naftali. Fox News passes Trump's loyalty test, it's about more than lying, it's about teaching how to lie. Snow here's what you need to know about shocking storm about to slam the Midwest. Jim Jordan confirms he sent one of the damning Mark Meadows texts. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. North Carolina's largest paper, and I think Mark Meadows is a disgrace. Biden administration's epic oil lease auction was totally unnecessary. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton tried to overturn the election, now he's going after Roe. Is turning chicken poop into fuel a good idea? The House just voted to seek criminal charges against Meadows for inquiry obstruction. Congress agreed on drastic military sexual assault reform, then 4 men behind closed doors got their hands on it. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Planetary protection, a student perspective, SETI Institute. A planetary perspective, meet the L variable, SETI Institute. Spotify celebrates Wrapped with a totally normal party for 2021, Spotify.com. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Prediction errors disrupt hippocampal representations and update episodic memories, pnas.org. Black Feminist Tools, Critique, and Technopolitics, Journal No. 123 December 2021, Flux. Global SID Model Market 2021 Advantages and Applications Trends and Top Players, Charles River Laboratories International, Incorporated, Invigo, Eurofin Scientific SE, Digital Journal. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Crypto billionaire and bioengineer launch new anti-aging startup, screenshot. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, December 16, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFOs, they seemed to have the ability to change their density. Kenneth Arnold. UFOs UAP, we don't need no stinking science. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, December 16, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News.8. All rights reserved.